Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. It's Bonolo here again. I am making pasta today. So we're still in this lockdown vibe, right? So we are still doing the usual ingredients but making them in a different way. So I have some spaghetti and I'm going to make a very simple spaghetti sauce. I actually made it yesterday here in my home and yeah, everyone ended up eating it for lunch and I've actually got my cameraman staring at me today because she's under the impression that we are supposed to be making more so everyone can have it for lunch again today. But I was just intending to make enough for myself. So yeah, you'll see. Once you make it as well, you're gonna get the same type of hardships. My heart goes out to you. Anyway, let's go through the ingredients. As you can see, nothing fancy. Absolutely nothing fancy. I've got some spaghetti. It's just normal spaghetti that you buy wherever. I've got my salt and I've got some chopped up parsley. You're going to see it's not really important for this, but again, garnish, pretty, that type of thing. And then I've got some chopped garlic. I've got black pepper, ground black pepper. It's actually quite important to the overall taste of the sauce. And I've got cream cheese here. It's about 2 teaspoons of cream cheese, very little. But I like the cream cheese taste in it, but it's absolutely optional. We'll go through the options as we're making the pasta. And then I've got some butter here, which is a whole spoon of butter. I've got a slice of lemon, also integral to the taste of the pasta. And then I've got some grated parmesan cheese. So the one you buy from the store and it's already grated? That's what I have here. And I've also got an empty little container over here. So this container is going to house some of the water that I take from the pasta after I've boiled it, because that's how you make your sauce more. Then you can put in more pasta. And then other people who haven't been invited to your meal can also have some pasta. You see? Let's go make it. I've just got a pan of some boiling water going. I just boil some water in a kettle and then I put it in the pan, and as you can see, we've already got a boil going. My heat is actually quite high because I do want the water to stay at that temperature. And the reason I'm using a big pan is because I want the spaghetti to fit in the position that I'm putting it in. So I'm just going to boil the spaghetti a little until it's ready. So we can give it about 5 minutes. So normally your packet of spaghetti will tell you how long it needs to be able to be cooked through, and that's the instruction that you need to take. Mine says 5 minutes, and that's why I'm doing 5 minutes. Our spaghetti is ready. As you can see, nice and soft and malleable. So the only reason I'm using the pan is because I want to make this whole meal inside just a pan. If you want to boil your spaghetti in a pot and then make the sauce in the pan, please feel free to do that. And also remember to generously salt the water. So now I'm going to get a spoon and take out some of the pasta water. Remember I said I had an empty container that I was going to use to put the pasta water in? This is my time to shine. Just going to take it out, quite a bit actually, because remember I've got uninvited guests to my meal. So I need a lot of the water. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the heat all the way down, and then I'm going to take the spaghetti to the sink to strain. Leave it in the strainer a little bit and then get started with the sauce. Let's do that. Now I'm just going to strain it. A bit unfortunate with all that lovely water going out, but we did keep some, so that's fine. Now back to the stove. Sauce is the butter. So I'm going to start with the sauce and I'm going to put the butter in. Just to let the butter melt a little bit. And in my version, remember, I've got cream cheese. That's what I'm going to use to get the creamy flavor. But I'm also here to tell you that you can actually get the creamy flavor from the butter and the water that comes from the pasta itself. You don't need to be worried if you don't have any cream cheese in your fridge. Really, honestly, you're just going to get the right flavor. As soon as the butter is melted, I'm going to put in the garlic. I would really like to put a lot more, but I'm not going to do that because all we want is enough to just be able to coat our pasta when we have cooked it. Just remember to keep your heat low so that you don't have to rush your process. Next in line is my black pepper, but I'm not putting it all in, just sprinkling a bit and leaving some behind for when we garnish. And then it's the cream cheese. So if you don't have cream cheese in your fridge, this step you just skip. Now I want the cream cheese also to just melt. This is now before I put in the water. You can see how quickly this all goes. So that is why I'm saying just ensure that your heat is proper. Let's get some of that cream cheese in there. Now I'm going to take the water that I've reserved, some of that pasta water that I've reserved. And I'm going to put it in the pan. And then you're going to see immediately I've got much more sauce than I started with. And all I'm waiting for now is literally my cream cheese to just dissolve in the water, and then the sauce is ready. Now I'm taking my spaghetti and I'm putting the whole lot back in the pan. And now I'm going to work hard. I'm just joking with you. I'm just going to ensure that my sauce coats all of the spaghetti that I've just put in here. At this point, which is what I always do, is where you can put a little bit of your greens that you've got, or whether it's parsley or dill, whatever fresh herb that you have, you can put it in. And you have to ensure that you put in the salt. Now, I know I always say that, but salt is very important. Seasoning makes the difference between something good and something great. So you want to have as much salt as possible, because remember, spaghetti does not mind salt. And what we are doing here is we're making a sauce. So this is the flavor that you are going to be eating your spaghetti along with. So don't be shy. And if you don't like a lot of salt, then don't put a lot in. But trust me, once you've actually started to taste the spaghetti, you are going to want to put more in. And that disclaimer was just for the person shrieking as I was putting my salt in. So we are almost ready. That is basically it. That's all you need to do to ensure that you have an easy, simple, delicious spaghetti dish that you can put together for yourself or for your family in less than 20 minutes, because that's basically what we want. And it's using all the things that we have in our pantry that we have to our disposal. So basically all that's left now is for us to actually plate our pasta dish. That's as soon as I can stop turning it around, because I really love to. And during the plating is where you're going to see us using the parmesan as well as the lemon that I showed you a bit earlier. So let's do that. I'm just going to get a little bowl for us to plate. Now the pasta is ready, all saucy and creamy, and now I'm going to plate this wonderful pasta. I really would much rather be eating from the pan, but that ship has sailed. Okay, so there is the pasta. Now to finish it off, I'm just going to drizzle some parmesan. And then some parsley. And then my lemon slice comes into play. Now, this you really want to do. So if you have a fresh lemon, it's going to be the absolute best. But if you have lemon juice, you'll have to put a little bit less. But fresh lemon makes all the difference, because that flavor that you get, the bitterness, the little bitterness or the bitter notes of the lemon, along with the creamy pasta and the salt in the pasta as well as the saltiness of the parmesan, makes it really, really, really good. And that is our pasta, good to go. Now it's very strange I don't have a fork in my hand, because that's what I should be doing now. Anyway, so it's been very nice having you in my kitchen, and I really hope that you are enjoying the recipes and have enjoyed the one that we've made today. I will be putting the recipe at the bottom of the page below the video to ensure that you are also able to recreate this wonderful dish. And remember guys, to please like the video and to also subscribe, and to ensure you get your notifications, so every time I make a recipe like this, you are notified. Thank you very much for watching, and bye bye.